So, your kids won't stop talking? Well, I think I might have something that's going to help you, so let's go. Hey guys, my name is Monique. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I talk about different teaching things, different tips. I teach kindergarten, and every now and then I do a vlog of whatever I feel like doing. Today, I am going to be giving you a classroom management tip that I actually found on another blog, which I will link below. And I really love this tip. I kind of had to alter some things to make it my own, but I really love it. It's been working for my classroom, and hopefully it works for your classroom. So one of the things I get asked a lot is different classroom management things. So I figured that during the month of November, I would just spend some time doing different video series on different classroom management things I do, because there's not just one thing I do in my classroom. There are so many different things. So whether it's one of my quick tips or a little bit of a longer video like this one, I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can do in your classroom. So in my classroom this year, one of the issues that I was having was constant chatter, constant shouting out. No matter what I was doing, it was not stopping. So I had a while ago seen the idea for these wonderful magical beans called Blurt Beans. And I kind of was just like, oh, that looks cool, but I never really felt the need for it. But when my kids just kept talking, one of the other teachers reminded me of that, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And so I Googled it, I looked it up, I read her blog, and I read other teachers who had did different things with Blurt Beans. I'm rambling right now, sorry. And I read all that I could about Blurt Beans, and really the basic idea of it is that the kids get a bean, a basic, normal bean. And you give them a certain amount of beans at the end of the day, and the goal is for them to keep all of their beans. If they are blurting out or talking out when they are not supposed to be, they lose a bean. But if they are able to keep all of their beans go into the jar, which is a class incentive jar. And so I found these cute, like literally it took me like 2 seconds to put this together. I had beans already before for some type of sensory thing I did with my students. I had these containers, so I was like, we're gonna do this today. So if you don't have beans, you can get them at the dollar store. I will link below where I got these cute little labels from, and I'll just explain to you how I do it in my class. And there are blogs on it. Like I said, I will explain the blogs below. So basically, at the beginning of the day, my students start off with 5 beans. And their goal is to keep those 5 beans. If they blurt out, they have to put their beans into the Blurt Bean box, okay? This is a no-no. You do not want your beans to go into this box. You want to keep all of your beans. The reason why you want to keep all of your beans is because at the end of the day, every single child in the class puts their beans in the Blurt Bean jar. And the Blurt Bean jar has different incentives. So we have already earned 10 minutes of extra recess. When they made it up to this line, they got 10 minutes of extra recess. When they made it up to this line, they got to wear no shoes for the day. The next thing that they're working for is a special treat. So the kids really want to keep all of their beans because they want to get these treats. But here's the thing, like, to lose 5 beans, you really have to be talking a lot. So the kids are getting rewarded with really simple things, like, and the person that made this, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name to say it right now, but like I said, I will link everything below. She had so many different options for you to choose from, and you could come up with your own if you wanted to too. Sticky feet cost me no money, no time. 10 minutes extra recess, like no money. A special treat can be whatever you want, and then the big goal for us is our movie party. So there we go. So, like I said, so if they are talking or blurting out, they have to put 1 bean in here. If not, they keep all their beans, they put them in here at the end of the day. And then they grab new beans from this jar at the end of every day. So they grab 5 beans. So the only issue that I found was that a lot of people said the students just keep their beans on their desk or table. And my classroom is flexible seating, and I was like, that's not gonna work. And I was like, even if it wasn't, I don't wanna hear beans falling all day. So I had these containers from the dollar store. It comes in a pack of 10, so I only had to get 2. And my students, so we have book boxes in our classroom since our classroom is flexible seating, meaning that my students can sit wherever they want. They change their seats frequently. They do not have assigned seating. So every single child has a book box with their number on it, and they keep their beans in the book box. So this child has their 5 beans in there ready, set to go for tomorrow. And so if I was like, so-and-so, like, you need to give me a bean, she would take a bean from there and drop it in there. If she was doing what she was supposed, if everyone was doing what they're supposed to be doing, at the end of the day, they would take this whole entire thing and drop their beans into there. Let me give her her bean back, or she'll be real upset in the morning. So just a few things, a few tips, a few pointers. I wrote their numbers on here with magic marker, permanent marker. They are kind of wiping off, so I am probably going to like put some type of sticker with their number on there, just to keep that in mind. This jar is a jar that I had. You can use any type of jar. You can make it bigger or smaller if you feel like your lines need to be closer together because your kids are really talkative and they need to get a reward sooner. You can do it like that. Whatever way you want to do it will work out perfectly. If you want to just keep the beans on their desk and not have these little containers, whatever way works for you. But it honestly has worked very well in my classroom. Kids do not like to hear so-and-so give me a Blurt Bean. They just don't like that, and they really, really want these rewards. My kids loved Stinky Sock Day. They were so happy about it, and every single day when they're dropping their beans in here, they're like, oh my gosh, we have to get our special treat. We have to get to the movie day. So here are a few more logistics of it, and then that's really all there is to it. At the end of the day, during pack-up, it is part of their pack-up routine. I say at one time, don't forget your Blurt Beans, just like I do with everything. Like, don't forget your folders, don't forget to check mailboxes, and that's it. If they do not empty out their Blurt Bean container at the end of the day, then they just have the same Blurt Beans in the morning. They are not allowed to be grabbing beans in the morning time. It is their responsibility to remember it. I am not going to dump your beans out for you. I am not going to grab you new beans. So basically, as they're packing up, they come over, they dump their beans into here, and they grab 5 new beans, and then they keep it moving, and that's it. It's really fast. It's really simple. It does not take up any part of my day or any time at all. I really like this. I like low, what am I trying to say? I like low maintenance classroom management. I don't like to have charts and all of these like different recording things. Like I don't have time for that. Like I don't keep track of if they lose a bean, if they don't lose a bean. I don't do any of that. It like manages itself. I've never had a kid lose all 5 beans. If they did, then they know that there's a different consequence. Which I don't even have because I've never had a kid lose all 5 beans. But you could have something put in place for that. So hopefully this tip was helpful for you. Basically, all you need is beans, a container to keep your Blurt Beans in, a jar for your classroom incentives, something to keep each child's bean in if you would like, and that is all there is to it. There are definitely different ways that you could do this. If it doesn't need to be a whole class thing and it's just one student in your classroom that needs this, then like have them have their own jar or something like that and have it just be an individual basis type of thing. Whatever works for you, alter it, make it work. I altered it, I made it work for me. It's a genius idea. I can't take credit for it. I love it, and hopefully you love it too. And stay tuned for more classroom management tips this month. Thanks for watching, you guys. For more of my videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Love you guys. Bye.